Okay, guys. All right. So today we'll be reacting to a few videos. This is all about relationships, submitting, things like that of that nature. Um, y'all can give y'all opinions. This is your girl Holly Sapphire, right along with.
Just made Z21.
And yeah, we're here to talk about a lot of things right now. So yeah, we're gonna watch um this, and then we're gonna what I'm saying, say how we feel. Y'all say how y'all feel about the situation. What we're gonna watch. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay.
So there's a cuss word in the relationship world that, why you say, oh boy? there is a word that every time.
Hold on, let's make sure this is on there. Okay, there we go. So yeah, let me first give a shout out to Anthony O'Neill, along with the rest of them. What I'm saying, just to put it out there. The content they made. So yeah. So this is what we're watching right now. It's called "Should Women Always Submit to Men?"
I bring it up, I get a lot of negative feedback, and I'm okay with that. Because for me and my brand, I really want to help people be successful when it comes to their money and when it comes to their life in general. And a part of their life and money is in relationships. And in relationships, I believe there has to be submission.
Absolutely.
But I think a lot of people, when they hear me say, I think wives submitting to your husband is important, but I also believe that men submitting back to your wives as well is important. So let's talk about that for a little bit, and then don't get it twisted. I'm gonna come back to y'all about this whole, what are the 3 functions a woman should play? Just so I wanna give them some practical things that single people can start practicing and working on now. But ladies, and we've already identified, you two are different. All right, so, but I want y'all to think from the viewer and the listener right now. Why does the word submission come off wrong? And how should we, all of us, look at that word better?
I think off.
Now, before I get started, usually when some women, not all, okay, because some of us are okay about submitting. But when it comes down to some women hearing the word submit, the first thing they think of is obey or must do, or what I'm saying, he's gonna be what do you call that? Use his and be controlling and stuff. Okay, that's the first thing some women think when they hear the word submit. And yeah, that's the reason why society is so fucked up right now. Every time a woman hears the word submit, okay.
Oftentimes, we look at the word submission, we think control. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times you have some men who use it as a control mechanism.
True.
And so if we recognize what the word submission means, as I previously stated, was when you're thinking about submission, I have to have something to submit under.
Yeah.
If you don't have a vision or a purpose, what am I submitting to?
Yeah.
So we look at the word submission like, oh, I can control you and you're going to do this and you're going to do that because that's what I said. Don't ask me any question.
Just what I mentioned. Every time a woman hears that, that's like some women hear that's the first thing they think is those things. So she proved my point.
But I don't really think that's what submission is all about. It's all about submitting to the vision and the purpose of the man, not submitting to the control of the man.
Yeah.
So the man doesn't want to swallow his pride and kill his flesh in that process and in that journey of understanding what submission truly means.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, the word's been weaponized, essentially.
Yeah.
And it's been weaponized to be used against people. And I think when every relationship is different. So when 2 people can come to the table and have a conversation about how they want this specific relationship to look, then there can be clarity and understanding what that means between those 2 people. So we can't sign on to being in a relationship and it look like Cindy and John's, or sign on to be in a relationship and it looks like Bob and Sarah. We need to sign on to a relationship that we have designed with God in mind for us. And what happens is people just try to come together and put a relationship together from, unfortunately, the scraps or the pieces that they see on TV or from what they on Instagram or you know, unfortunately not a lot of people have good representations of what a successful relationship looks like. And I think that in order to be successful in a couple, I personally think that couples should have couple mentors.
Wow.
Or couple coaches.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
So no successful.
So with that being said, how she says couples should have couple mentors. It all depends on who you sitting there asking those questions, correct? Because you can sit there and ask, like Tom and Jane, who might be, you know, saying going through something, or that might have a toxic relationship. You don't know, or might be unhappy, and you sitting there asking them like, you know, some advice for your own relationship, and they sit there and give you the wrong advice, correct?
Person, whether it's in business or personally or whatever, doesn't have support, doesn't have a roadmap or a blueprint to help them get to that place. And so what I think is necessary, because to me, collectivistic, right, I'm from Africa, so I always think community, is that we need to have more conversations.
Yeah.
What do you think about what she just said? Yes. Yes, conversation is always good. Open communication, being transparent with that person, but you can't be transparent with everyone. But it's good to be very transparent with the one that you're with, and you got to notice from the get-go that you can be transparent and tell them how you feel. Okay, and then, you know, once you have established that, y'all should be good. When it comes down to like off in the relationship, when it start being non-transparent, y'all have to get to the point of like, hey, we're having to our transparency. Let's not get complacent, and let's, you know what I'm saying, let's bring it back, you know what I mean, and start over and actually talk to each other. Correct?
Hey.
With people that are in different levels. We need the older generation to let us know, you know, things that they've learned so that we can listen. What people don't want to do is listen, because people's egos are in the way, their pain is in the way. We need to listen and figure out how we can apply that to our situation. Again, we're not listening to do exactly what they did, but to see what nuggets are for me and what do I need to pack away for when things get complex and we're not doing basic algebra anymore.
Look at this girl talk, and she young and she know better, don't it?
Everybody's different.
I know, but I just wish like more people. I know. I just wish that more people would have that type of mindset. You know what I mean? You know how peaceful this world would be?
You can't have peace without chaos, and vice versa.
That's so true, but doggone it.
All we're gonna do is wish for it.
Yeah. But will we ever get it?
Nope.
No.
Now we're on trigonometry, okay?
Right.
And so I think that having the community of other couples, having singles, having people that are single again, to be able to come together and have these really honest, vulnerable conversations could be the key to change things. So I think submissive has just been weaponized, and there haven't been enough conversations to help people understand that they have a misconception of the concept.
Have we weaponized that word submissive as men?
Yes. I mean, you know, our cultural reasoning has taught us, you know, you're the head, you're the lead.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, it's been used even with, you know, leaders of church, where anytime that scripture comes out, wives, submit to your husbands. So you start to hear the, you know, crossing. It's been weaponized as a means of, I want to control you. If I can control your thinking, I control what you're doing.
Yes.
And so if particular age generation feels like, well, a woman's role is to be in the house and in the kitchen. That's a viewpoint that's so antiquated, it needs to be thrown out. How do we get to being a team moving in a direction if you're feeling like your person who's on your team is supposed to be behind you, or they're just some servant? Like, no. We're supposed to both be coming to this thing equally serving. So if she can see me submit, then it'll be easier for her to submit. Because I have bosses that I submit to. So like for men.
On that note, There's nothing wrong with both man and woman submitting to each other. It is possible. It can happen. We are a prime example, aren't we?
Well, I'm gonna put it like this, and yes, to answer your question, yes. Put it like this: what he just said simply. If you two can't stand side by side with each other, it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
One needs to lead, one needs to submit, but that doesn't mean you have to be you here, that person there.
All back here, yeah.
No, you can be side by side and still do the exact same thing that you're trying to do or that you're doing already. So yeah. Peanuts and raisins to y'all.
Just like y'all know, it works. I mean, like I said, one leads, one has to submit. Okay, you know how that saying goes. It says too many cheese, not enough Indians. Yeah, you know what I mean, or like, I mean, I'm trying to figure out like where did it start where women. I guess like they were saying like men, some men used it and abused that word, and now that's why women think of that word as a weapon.
But every relationship is different. So when you get yourself into a relationship with a person, don't matter who it is, you establish a bound, you establish communication, figure out what happened in the past, figure out how you was hurt, why you was hurt, and figure out how to not do that with that person. I mean, just pretty much look. You in a relationship, you want to make this relationship as loving and enjoyable as you possibly can.
Mike, can I say something on that?
Go ahead.
But that's the thing. Like some people don't like to talk about their past. But in order to understand the person that you are with, that you are getting in that relationship with, you have to talk about that past so that that person will not trigger your past.
Yeah, I ain't no wrong talking about the past. There's nothing wrong with talking about the past, but everybody,
Hey, Lonnie.
Some people's past is good. Some people's past, I ain't got a problem telling you. Some people's past, I just don't want to take because I don't want to, have to rethink all that stuff that, that person went through.
Okay, well, with that being said, say, like I said, say I did something that, it could be something that's in your past, and it reminds you of something in your past. And you're always getting mad at me because it could be something that happened in your past, and I keep triggering it, not knowing that I'm triggering it.
Well, see,
unless you tell me about what happened in your past.
Well, see, that's the thing.
So I can understand.
Well, see, that's the thing.
Okay.
Even though you may not want to tell at that point in time when you ask about it, when that trigger happens, you're already heated, you already mad, so you obviously don't want to talk to that other person until you cool off.
Right.
Then you can actually come back to that person and say, hey, you know what? You trigger something.
Yeah.
You gotta know your triggers too. So
right.
I mean, if you know your triggers, you know it. Okay, shit, she didn't ask me where's the butter in the fridge, and I'm shouting at her because I can't find the damn butter because I'm getting frustrated, and all of a sudden I'm mad at her, going Super Saiyan, throwing Kamehamehas and shit, and she looking at me like, what the fuck is going on
But
here?
that's the thing. That's the thing. Instead of go ahead and saying what's on your mind, all that passive aggressiveness, you know what I'm saying? You could cut it with a knife.
But everybody's different, though. That's the thing. When you know that what you're doing is what you did is, you overreacted. It's like, okay, you can't. That's when you know you gotta realize, okay, I need to really think about what the hell just happened. When you can think like that, and be like, you calm down. You don't do it while you in the heat of anger, because you're gonna say some stupid shit.
That's why men and women, when y'all getting into it and y'all know it's going somewhere, when y'all get into it, break. Just I ain't talking about break mean break up or let's have a break. No, one go in one room, one go in the other. Y'all need to sit there and think.
Or just cool down.
Just cool down.
Just basically.
And sit there and think.
Just cool down. Come back with a cool head.
Yes.
Talk about what happened.
Yeah.
Okay, look, my bad. I'm sorry, or whoever's fault it was.
Yeah.
Apologize.
But those with too much ego and too much pride.
But see, that's what I said.
Everybody's different.
No, it's not that everybody's different. You have to know what trigger you and be open enough to talk with your partner about that. That's the thing. Because it triggers you. You may not be like, I can't talk to you about this because I don't know how you're gonna react to it. But this is in the beginning stages of when you get in, when you get in a relationship.
But that's the thing about the beginning stages. If you know that woman is type of woman that goes just be snapping or whatever, if she's not, like I said, in that submissive role, she acting like that boss bitch, you can't tell her nothing or whatever, there is no need. There is no need.
But see, even if you tell a person about your past and all the past, a relationship is always a constant learning. You're always going to be learning about your partner. You cannot
never
learn everything about your partner
always.
When you hop into a relationship. You can't simply say, we talked, we had a conversation, I told everything happened in my past, and it's like, wham, everything's on the table, cool. But you're still learning about not only yourself but also the person in your relationship. Because hell, you may have.
To me, it's beautiful though. Like
I mean, it's beautiful, but at the same time, most people may not be like that. Yeah. It's easy to sit here and tell people like, you guys should do this, you guys should do that, but you may do it in your own way.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that.
But do for what works. It's like people need to do what works for them. If it makes them, you know what I'm saying, not feel like it's in a toxic way, but it's in a we're growing together way, right?
I mean, yeah,
because everybody does it different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody does it different. It's just like with some people that do that tough love shit. I'm going to show you some tough love.
What works for them, it works for them.
Yeah.
Ain't no wrong way of doing it. Just make sure in the long run it's like this. Treat each other with respect. Come to each other respectfully. Have an open mind and be open to constructive criticism.
Yep.
Take the constructive criticism and make sure it don't happen again. And I'm going to make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich right now.
And well, if you could give me some water, please.
Make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
And women, don't be.
Right after my water.
Start saying you sorry when you know you're sorry. Start saying you sorry. Some of y'all heads up y'all asses. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Y'all heads are up y'all asses. Some of y'all too full of y'allself. You're feeling yourself too much. Y'all need to take that down a notch. I mean, some men, they are attracted to that. That's some men, but not all. And I don't know if y'all noticed by now, most of these submissive women are getting married. The women who acting like they're the boss, they don't need nobody. They, you know what I'm saying? But deep down they want somebody, but they keep on that boss bitch mentality. And that boss bitch mentality make them have that masculine energy, as they call it. And you're not walking in your feminine, but you want men out here to think you're feminine, but no, you're not acting feminine. You acting rough like one of them. Like, no. Like, it's a very bad turnoff. You know what I mean? That's what I said. Most women are allergic to accountability. Yes, they are. Thank you, Lonnie. Most women are. When you know you in the wrong about something, say you in the wrong. Come on now, because you can only do that for so long. And guess what? And then and it hurts you. It hurts some of these doggone women when they pinpoint exactly what it is that you're doing. They pinpoint that, and you feel like shit. And you want to hide away, or you want to break up and all that kind of stuff. No. Take a fucking accountability for what you did, what you're doing. Again, and like I said, transparency helps a lot. When you feel a certain way with your partner or whatever, your partner feeling a certain way about you, give them time to talk. Do not talk over them. Y'all got it bad, including you sisters. You are black women. Y'all sit there and talk over a man, okay? When he's sitting there trying to talk to you. He is literally telling you how he feels. Men feel too. Men can cry too. Men have feelings. Okay? Does it mean they less masculine? No. Men have feelings just like women do.
We cry.
They cry. They might cry themselves. They try to hold that shit internally, but they fucking cry.
Sand got my eye. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sand got my eye for real. I'm so serious.
But I guess I'm so passionate about this because, man, through the years of me seeing how men have been towards women and how women have been towards men, I sit back and I observe a lot, don't I? I sit back and I observe. I sit there and I look at everything on face. I look at how women sit there talk dog shit about men and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, hold on. But yet you doing this and yet you doing that. So how is he gonna sit there and respect you?
Now, hold on now. Most of those situations when stuff happen on Facebook, they usually post up because they venting.
Yeah.
And when they're venting, 9 times out of 10, most people gonna gravitate like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry for you. Oh my God, you should leave him," or whatever the case may be.
But you know what? Some of those same women that tell you to leave and all that kind of stuff, that's the same one waiting at the damn trash can to pick his ass up.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, usually when people post up on Facebook, it's nothing more but venting.
But guess what? All those people that so-called there for you while you sitting there venting are not all there for you. Facebook is not a fucking diary. I'm finna say this. Facebook is not a fucking diary. You don't put all your shit up there, okay? If you want to keep a healthy relationship or marriage.
Well, see, on that point, I'm gonna say one thing on that point. It's not a social. It's not a public diary, I should say. Oh, now you want some of my mix? I said I'm gonna get a peanut butter gel sandwich. I lied. But
thank you.
Usually, it's not a social diary, but most times they may not have.
In modern times now, women, especially black women, are taught to be independent, not how to wives.
Well, in that instance, yes, they are taught how to be independent because they don't.
You know why? You know why? I can tell you why. They are taught to be independent because usually the dad was not there in the household.
Or a daddy who is in the household.
Teach them like
mother there.
Yeah, right. Or a dad that's in the household that be like, don't rely on the man to do everything. Sometimes do stuff yourself or whatever.
Now at that point, ain't nothing wrong with being independent, but you got also. That's the thing. You be independent while you in the real world with no one, there with you.
Yeah.
Now when you have someone there, you can't be solely independent because you're in a relationship.
Yeah, but that's the thing about it. Parents don't teach you how you should have your relationships or marriage or whatever. But I guess what you see when you're a child, how your mother treats the dad and how the dad treats the mother. It kind of gives you structure too.
And that's what happens too. You can teach. Parents can teach their daughters to be independent, but life is going to show them other things. They may get their stuff from their parents arguing, or they may hop into their. He just corrected him.
Okay.
They may learn from experiences that they've seen or stuff that's happened in their lives. That I'm being taught how to be independent, but that's what happened in the marriage. Ooh, that's what happened in a relationship. Damn, she got her ass whooped. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
They gonna change their whole mindset.
Yeah.
So it's like, shit, these man peanuts good.
But like I said on Facebook, half of the people that be sitting there saying, "I don't want a relationship. I'd rather be single for the rest of my life." And like I was saying, I made a post before. Half of those ones who said that they'd rather be single for the rest of their life are now in relationships, and half of them are already getting married. Because they really wanted somebody in their life. It's just they wasn't getting what they wanted, I guess.
That's the thing. They're getting what they want in their life. When you're independent, you're only thinking of yourself.
Yeah.
You're not thinking of getting someone. And when you meet someone, you may not know how to treat that person because you've been independent most of your damn life.
Yeah, because some people have been independent so much in their life, being to themselves, being single for so long, that once they actually get in a relationship, they don't know what to do. They don't know how to treat that person. They still doing single shit. Is they're single. not really realizing what they're doing is wrong.
That's true, Lonnie. Yeah, good point.
What do you say?
The one they say they would rather be single because they can't find anyone,
Yep.
that's a good point because they can't find no one. So what you gonna do?
But that's
Focus
what I'm saying.
on
They
your
can't,
focus
they
on your
can't, and
grind.
they can't find nobody because most of these people out here are so, like I said, what's that term you had used earlier, Lonnie? Because they all into the social media. It's something it's like everything is indoctrined in them. You know what I'm saying? To
Too
believe,
masculine, yeah.
yeah, to believe in certain things, and that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? And listen to different things, and this is how it's supposed to be, or whatever. Like life, fresh and fit. Oh my god.
No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Uh-uh. Don't you dare. Don't you
Yeah,
dare.
because they going to take my stuff down if I say
Don't
something
you.
about them.
No, I ain't even that. I ain't worried about them trying to take your stuff down.
I'm going to tell you something. Fresh. Okay, this summer. Okay. I'm going to go and say this about Fresh and Fit.
Here we go.
Okay, now I've been watching they shit.
Bits and pieces.
Excuse me. Not bits and pieces. Almost all of their stuff, I look through all of it. Like, I look through all of it for hours. Like, binge watching all of that stuff. Even if it was stuff I disagreed with.
Okay.
And some of the stuff they say, I'm like, damn. I can understand where they come from. But then there's some of the stuff on there, I'm like, it's kind of, you know what I'm saying, on some
See, with them, you got that. You with Fresh and Fit. I'm just gonna simply say this: you have to come in there with an open mind. You need to literally open your brain up and just open.
Yeah.
Do not go in there thinking like. Don't be gullible to what they're saying. Be open and really think about what they're saying because sometimes some things they say do have points to it, but then other stuff they say don't have points to it, and hey, that's their opinion. That's
like,
fine.
okay. That was like one thing he said, and I'm not gonna say how I feel about it, but when he said, when Fresh said, it's okay for a man to go out here and cheat because he's not really cheating.
That was Fit.
That was Fit.
Yeah, that was Fit.
No, Fresh. No, it's Fit.
Right.
Because Fresh is the other one on the other side.
Right.
Okay. So this Fit.
Mm-hmm.
Fit said that it's okay for a man to go out there and cheat because he doesn't have feelings with it. But the moment a woman goes out there and spread her legs to Tom, Dick, Harry, or whoever, she's cheating because women have this thing about emotions. They are emotional creatures. Yes, we are. Emotional creatures to the point where, you know what I'm saying, if we step out, like I said, I told him first when we got it
True.
together. I said, look, I need to have an emotional attachment to you before I can even spread my legs. I had to have an emotional attachment. And that's any other woman, like most women. Some women, like I said, if they single or whatever, they can just sit there and spread their legs to Tom, Dick, Harry, Sally, Sue, and Molly, you know what I'm saying, just for a one-nighter, and that's it. They have no feelings with that because all they want to do is get it done and get it over with. But there's women out here who sit there, like I said, and they will wait until somebody has emotional attachment to or connection with before they spread their legs. Now, when you're in a relationship, that's different. They like he said, he thinks men, it's okay for them to go out there, do their business because they don't have any type of emotional attachment to that woman out there. He can just go ahead and do it and come on home to his wife, and he loves his wife. But if his wife go out there and do it, it is again totally different because she's not just out there just doing the man and coming on home with no feelings with it. No, she has some type of attachment to that man she's got to have sex with. What do you say?
When they weren't built to sport fuck, they were built to have multiple partners.
Mm-hmm.
However, men are
monogamy goes against the biological nature. Yeah. So, but yeah.
But in that sense, that's if that's something he wants to do,
like Captain Caveman,
that's fine for him to go ahead and do that. Sex is like taking a piece.
So you, Quan. Hey, Quan,
What
stay
up,
in here, because
Quan?
we have some good issues we talk about here, man. So stay here and talk to us, okay? Just listen to what we're saying. So, should we get back to what we were listening to right here, right quick? So we can have, okay. So this one is about, it says, should women always submit to men?
We can't weaponize it towards our women, but then when you go to your boss and he says, I need you to do A, B, C, D, and E. Yes, sir.
Because we know you're capable of it.
Ooh.
So you're choosing not to do it in relationship, but you're doing it elsewhere. And that's problematic for a woman.
I think for me, to take away from the boss,
That's my thing. Women cannot submit to a man. Some women cannot submit to a man, but they are quick to submit to their bosses or anyone else of authority.
Okay, hold on. You them 2 points you just, the 2 things you just said.
Okay.
Boss, numb it up. Authority.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If there's someone higher up that they're getting something from, like money we're talking about, of course they're going to submit because they want the money.
Okay.
But as in a relationship, oh no, I can't submit to you.
Okay, do you think a woman will submit to a man that she actually respects, or just a man just like period? You know what I'm saying?
In a relationship,
I think a woman will whatever woman if that woman respects that man, she will. Even if she say she never submit, she will submit to that man.
Yeah, she got feelings.
If she loves him, yeah.
She got feelings for that man. She love that man. That's my boo. Hell yeah, she gonna submit. Just like a man.
But he gonna get her some ground rules. He gonna get some ground rules because I mean, look, you can't be doing the relationship willy nilly. I mean, these females out here, they all over the place. And they don't know what to do. They have no guidance or nothing.
And where will they get this guidance from?
Well, they didn't have it growing up. I'll tell you that much.
But see, that's the thing. If they didn't have it growing up, where are they going to get it from?
That's the sad part.
Where are they? Because, you grew up, you got no guidance, and then you go out into the world, and guess what? You just want to. Your mind is going to do one or two things. Your mind is going to tell you, you know what? I'm going to just say, fuck this motherfucker. He ain't doing shit for me. I'm going to squeeze everything I can out this son of a bitch, and I'm going to bounce. Or you can be like, good conscience. I'm going to be good to this man
because he's been good to me. Type thing, you know what I'm saying? He does all the things for me. A woman will absolutely submit to a man she loves, honors, and respects. Damn right.
Yeah.
Yes.
The king will always protect the queen and vice versa.
Yep.
Then you got little pawns and horsemen and bishops and shit. We can worry about them. But
it just like you said, the queen can move all around. You know what I'm saying? It can move all around the what you call, like they were saying.
Yeah,
remember we were watching?
Yeah, a queen can move around as much as you want, but the king dies. That's it.
Right.
You can you can make a pawn a queen.
That's right.
To the corner.
So queen ain't shit without her king.
Right.
And I'm keeping it real. A queen ain't shit without her king.
Yeah, vice versa.
When it comes to procreating or whatever it is, and these women women who are out here saying about equality and things, I beg you to please stop.
Please stop.
Because we can't do everything a man can do. We cannot. There are some things that are left for the man to do, okay? Y'all want him to be the provider and everything else, okay? Let him. Let him. But don't sit there and think you he's like it's like that song, anything you can do I can do better.
Oh God, you really gonna say that one?
Not true. I'm gonna tell you something, and I keep it real. I'm keeping it real. I feel like men can do things better than females. Okay, men can do things better than women. Okay, it's like I said, it's y'all built and everything. It is what it is. Now these women out here who's bodybuilders, they probably can get in there with the guys too. That's fine. That's fine and dandy. But in all reality, like I said, us as women, we cannot do everything that a man can do. And we want to keep our femininity, okay? Us being feminine. That means we cannot do everything that most men can do.
I'm gonna put it to you like this: for all our anime fans out there, every man needs a Chi Chi, and every woman needs a Goku.
Yeah.
Or a Vegeta.
Okay.
Or a Bulma.
Let's go even higher than that. If I can't submit to God, you know what I'm saying, then my wife shouldn't be following me. But if my wife sees me submitting to God, but she can't, you know, he can't and I can't love her in that way, not as in like God, but love her in a way and she's a partner, then we have a problem there as well.
Yes.
So I totally get you all.
Okay, now Anthony O'Neill.
Build your brand online with a beautiful logo. Just go to Wix Logo Maker.
So there's a cusp.
Okay, let me go to my.
We're gonna be seeing her library, y'all.
Ain't no porn in there. Okay, so. Okay, this one right here. Can a man hit a woman after being hit multiple times?
Men hitting women. I just watched a video. This woman was hitting this guy. I mean, hitting him seriously, knocking him over the head, and he walking away. He just taking the blows and walking away. Taking the blows and walking away. I salute that man because he did not hit her back. Okay? All right, so serious question. My mama told my brothers, if a woman is man enough to hit you, she man enough to get hit back.
Now y'all heard that, right? So this, I was taught this. I was just like, this is just in my head. And if I had a son, you hear me? I'm like, if she hits you like she a whole dude, you hit her like she a whole dude. You give her that same energy she give you. Women need to stop sitting here saying that whole shit, talking about something. Oh, she's a woman. Don't hit her. She's a woman. Guess what? She want look. You're not thinking that shit when you sit there hitting him like he ain't got no fucking feelings or nothing.
I'm gonna put it to you like this.
Keep your hands off him, and he keep his hands off you.
I'm gonna do another anime reference. Okay. You can throw every key blast you can at me, but the minute you turn to a Broly and knock me in my face, I'm going Super Saiyan flailing on your ass.
Thing is to do is just to walk the fuck away.
Well, see, that's what I'm doing. I'm deflecting all your key blasts.
But that's what I'm saying. These women, they sit there and they take that, they use that, they try to use that as leverage. You know what I'm saying? Like they have some type of power or whatever when they sit there hitting that man. You know what I'm saying?
See, you can take a slap, you can take everything up, but then when you start throwing a punch like you just a dude, like
At that point, I look, and me as a woman, I will give that dude hit her card. Hit her card. Because if I had a son, I promise you, like, no. I'm like, no. If she hits you like a whole dude, you hit her like a whole dude.
Yes, sir.
Men were always taught not to hit women. Exactly. But he is well within his rights to retaliate. Equal rights, equal lefts. Exactly. Yeah, y'all women, we want to hit this. It's equal this and equal that. Guess what? That means, guess what? If you hit him, he needs to hit you. But it shouldn't even be that way.
Nah,
when it get to the point where y'all feel like y'all want to throw blows at each other, walk away.
I'll push you. I'll shake you. But that's about all I'm
doing. No. That's still a form of, you know what I'm saying, I guess for them, assaulting or something. Because they can sit there and say that. You know what I mean? So best thing to do, ain't no push and ain't no shaking. It's just walk away.
I'm not even using my hands.
It's So what you gonna use? You said
with my chest, with my butt, everything else.
That's still your body though.
Hey.
That's still your body though.
Hey.
Look.
I hit you with no. See, no.
But yeah.
You like tag football? Hey.
Let me see if I have it. This ain't anything on here right quick. Oh, you so silly.
What? I'm just saying. I'm not physically touching you. My body is going into a defensive mechanism of trying to get you off of me. That is just what it's doing.
But thing is, men don't hit women. Women don't hit men. Now, if that woman hits you like she a whole dude, you know what time it is, man.
You just activated my sand card.
Okay, you got. I'm a little biased because if my son don't hit you, don't hit him. But if you're walking around and you hit him, what am I supposed to tell my son? His daddy told him not to hit women. But I'm just like, I don't want my son to be like that guy. What do y'all tell y'all kids?
Okay, so first and foremost, wow, she's fucking beautiful. Jesus Christ. But let's just say this. Y'all, I don't know why this isn't taught a lot. We teach guys so much. Don't hit women, respect women, don't do this, don't do that. But why aren't we telling women the same thing? Women can talk however they want to men. Women can get in guys' faces. Women can fucking jump at a guy, call him a bitch, all this stuff, and what are you gonna do about it? And he has to stand there and take it.
Yeah,
women can hit a man, and if a man hits her back, it's still his fault. What? I'm sorry, but if you are in an argument with somebody and you have to hit them to get your point across because you don't like what they're saying, get some therapy, baby. Get some therapy. Because if you're not fighting professional, baby, put it away. You ain't Mike Tyson. Take it easy. I'm gonna say something. If it's my son and he comes home to me with a black eye or something wrong with his face and it's a girl he's dating, mama's hands ready for everybody. You could be younger, whatever the issue is, I'm gonna solve the issue by decking you in your fucking mouth, and then your mom can come over and I'll deck her in the mouth. Because no one's gonna touch my sons. Same thing with my daughters. But I'm also gonna implement my sons this or tell them this shit. If a girl keeps constantly hitting you or putting her hands on you, you need to leave. That is not the girl for you. Because even if you aren't a guy who hits women, eventually you're going to hit her because you're tired of that shit and you don't want to get hit anymore. And it's reactive abuse. Reactive abuse. Trust me, I know. I've been there. Reactive abuse. You can be abused so much that you finally fucking snap. And the last thing I want is my son to get in a habit of hurting people.
And you know, the thing is, and what's so bad, is some of these guys, they have been in these type of toxic relationship for so long, they think it's the norm. When they're getting hit by a female. And there's that one day where something in his head just snaps. And you know he could be big, you know what I'm saying? But there's one day there's something in his head that snaps. It can be a trigger or anything that snaps. And all he do is hit her one time and she's gone.
I had a preference I was gonna say. Okay. I'm gonna say it like this.
Stay in comment, Al.
I'm gonna say it like this.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
I'm gonna say it like this. When a woman feels like she wants, I'm gonna use a Pokemon reference, right? We all know Magikarp's attack is flail, right? Which don't mean that don't do shit. She can hit you, right? Her flail is not effective. Now, when she decides to evolve into a Gyarados and decides to want to use Hydro Pump on my ass, please guarantee I am going to full counter your ass. We are not playing with you
what
today.
What the fuck?
We ain't playing with you today. We ain't playing with you.
Bruh.
I'm about to ice beam your ass. I'm about to get every move I got in my arsenal.
This bitch that went over 9,000?
No. Her hits ain't nothing but flail. Okay? Now, when she keeps doing enough of them hits that is not effective to me, and then she decides to evolve into a Gyarados and do her fucking Hydro Pump?
First off.
Baby. Solar Beam.
First off.
What?
You should never get hit. Never.
You do understand that Magikarp's flail don't hit. It don't do nothing. her hits doing this ain't doing nothing. Them hits gonna add up. You keep doing that too much. Now you evolve into a Gyarados. Gyarados gonna go down today. Hard.
So, thing is,
yeah,
it's the hitting part. My thing is, why not? Instead of knocking her out, just walk the fuck away. I think that right there, walking away from her, she didn't hit you or some shit, would hurt her worse than you hitting her. Because then she'll have an excuse to sit there and do more shit to you.
But here's the thing. If you walk away, you walking away. I'm walking away because I don't want to hit her. And she's doing this. As you're walking away, I'm not going to hit her because she still is trying to get me to hit her. After a while, that shit gonna be, God damn it, shut the hell up.
No, but you don't have to do it that way though. Hey, there's a door you can walk out of and keys in this shit and drive the fuck off.
Until I get all the way to the car. She is doing that the whole time.
But you gotta think of it like this though. You'll live to see another day. She ain't gotta call the cops on you. Guess what? The cops are always for some reason take the female side, even if she ain't got shit on her.
I'm gonna go get a car and go get my spray bottle. I have the bitch be gone spray bottle. It is very effective. That is the one move that is super effective. What'd you do to my eyes? All right, drive. Let's go.
Let's go.
Or hitting women. So, ladies, the moral of the story: teach your fucking daughters to keep their hands to themselves. I don't care how mad they are. I don't care what the guy did. Keep your fucking hands to yourself, ladies.
Okay. So in the first video, we were talking about how women should submit more. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I feel like the women that have been submitting more, the women who have submitted and are submitting, are in more successful relationships and marriages than women who do not submit. You know what I'm saying? There's our men out here who like a woman who do not submit. They like them to be rough and all that kind of stuff. Kudos to you if that's what you like. But you know what I'm saying, most men, and I've noticed, like a woman who is submissive. But like in that video, it was saying how, and the man has said, most men have taken that word and abused it. Weaponized it.
Abused it.
Yeah. So now women, every time they hear that word, they don't want to do it because, you know, so they feel like that man will be controlling and under them and things like that. And they don't, you know, yeah. That's what we were talking about in the first video. Now we're talking about how, you know, saying if a woman hit a man, what should happen? Like, hey.
How a woman should not hit a Saiyan one before you go Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Unless you're ready to get socked in your mouth or thrown against the fucking wall, because not every man is raised to not touch women. Some of these men don't even have moms to teach them that shit. Some of these men were raised by people off the streets. And not to be disrespectful, but it's true. Please, ladies, stop putting your fucking hands on people. Unless you want to get that 2-piece combo from KFC, bitch.
Right? Because some of these men, like I said, was not raised. They were raised out the streets. And if a woman sit there and hit him, especially in front of his dudes and shit, he will do her dirty just like he would do a dude. He'll shoot her ass. He'll do anything to her. He don't care. All right, now we're gonna go to the next video. Uh-oh, my bad. Look, I'm still learning, okay?
Go to YouTube. Now go to your channel.
Okay, so the next one was... Okay. Woman decides to break up with boyfriend.
It's a very interesting feeling.
Cool sculpting is life-changing. Like, seriously.
And she instantly regrets it.
Yeah, we want to talk about that.
women who think that you can do better, trust me, you can't.
Come on. Why is my screen doing this?
I don't know.
Hold on. I'm going to do this right quick.
You women who think that you can do better, trust me, you can't. You really do better. Even married women who think that I'm going to leave my husband, I'm going to get back out here. There's so many options.
Okay,
Options for sex. Listen, UPS, United States Pipe Service, and this is what these dudes.
Why is it blue like that?
I start going on dates.
I guess it's just like that though.
And no one told me this shit was hot garbage.
Okay, here we go. No, that's just how it is. That's how it was on my phone.
You women who think that you can do better, trust me, you can't.
I start going on dates, and no one told me this shit was hot garbage. No one told me that the apps are the Hunger Games. No one told me that I wasn't gonna feel anything. And then when I finally find a guy that I actually connect with, he...
Let this video be a wake-up call for all you women who think leaving good men is the right thing to do. The grass is not always greener on the other side. Look at her face. Look at the remorse and the regret.
Okay, serious question for all of my girlies out there. So I broke up with my ex in November of last year, and I was so excited to go on dates. I was like, I cannot wait to find my person. I'm so excited. I start going on dates, and no one told me this shit was hot garbage. No one told me that the apps are the Hunger Games. No one told me that I wasn't gonna feel anything. And then when I finally find a guy that I actually connect with, he doesn't like me back. So at this point, I'm starting to wonder, did I up by breaking up with my ex? I mean, he was great. We just broke up because I wasn't sure I wanted to get married to him. But the shit out here is way worse.
That was stupid. Had somebody good in her life, but she broke up with him because she wasn't sure about marriage. And now I'm guessing that she has to go out here in the real fucking world again. And probably dating apps and all that kind of shit. And there's so many damn, you know what I'm saying, I call them grenades. And now she don't know what to do.
Like, way, way worse. I'd rather be in an unhappy marriage at this point.
Women get confused when it comes to them having dating and mating options, guys who actually want to be with them, versus men who just want to smash and have sex with them. Mm-hmm. They think that I'm getting all these DMs. I'm getting all these matches on dating apps, and all these guys want to hang out with me. Yeah, 99.9% of men just want to smash.
Yep.
And so many women think, yeah, look at all these dudes. And then when they leave their current guy, they leave the guy that's invested in them, that's done a lot for them, that listened to their problems, that took them places, did all these different things, that genuinely wanted to be with them.
And that guy right there is, how they call it, you know how I said, the good guy finished last? Mm-hmm. That's the good guy. They don't like the good guys.
When they leave him, they end up regretting it. Yep. This is why, guys, if you ever put your best foot forward in a relationship or marriage, and your woman decides to, I think we're going in different directions, or we should just be friends. Hey, I need space. And then she leaves, don't let her come back. Don't do it. Because she's going to see, getting out there in that wilderness, it's a lot of savages.
How I say, she belongs to the streets.
Savages out there. All it is a sausage fest. Yep. And dudes just want to smash, they want to hook up real quick, and they get out of there. Because let's be honest, most men, if they had the option to just smash and hook up with women versus being a relationship, a long-term committed woman, most men will choose the route of freedom. Because it's like, man, I don't got to deal with her problems. I don't got to pay for no dates. I can just call her over for a quick Netflix and chill. It's, no strings attached, friends with benefits. Man, that's most men's dreams. But a lot of guys can't really do that, so they get one woman, they cling on, and they have a relationship with that woman. She ends up leaving. Oftentimes, she leaves because she's bored. That female even said, I thought I was going to marry him, basically, and I said, let me get back out here. Let me test the waters before I sign away on that dotted line. And look what she's done. Now she's regretting it. She's frustrated because she realized that, man, me actually finding a guy that I really want and like, and wanting him to commit to me, guys, it's so hard. You guys don't understand. A lot of dudes like, man, women have it easy in the dating game. Yeah, they do when it comes to sex. Because all they have to do is tap a dude on the shoulder. All they do is have to swipe right, and that's it. All they have to say is, hey, let's go.
And it takes a lot for a man to get on his knees to ask a woman to marry him. That's, what I'm saying? I wouldn't say that's his job, but usually it's the man's thing to get on his, to ask him want to marry him. And if a man's sitting there and he's seeing his future, and he's spending that time with you, that's time spent. He can't get that time back, even though if you sitting there and spend all the time with him, if you already know that you're not going to be spending the rest of your life with him, why waste his time? Yeah. That's time he cannot get back. You know what I'm saying? We get older and older, and as we get older, man, we want to already lay the foundation down with someone that we want to spend the rest of our life with. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And see where it goes and build off of that. So and this goes for both men and women. Okay, don't waste your time. Like I said, if you meet somebody and you already know all they want to do is fuck, say all I'm gonna do is fuck. You gonna know off real. Like I said, most women, they already know the real. You know what I'm saying? They single when they see that man or whatever for the first time. They would know within the first maybe 2 or 3 minutes if they gonna fuck that dude. Mm-hmm. Same thing for men, but some men they real cautious of what they like. Okay, but some they just say, look, if it moves, I'm gonna fuck it.
Put it to you like this: most guys, when you looking for that nice happy meal,
yep.
They ain't looking for the number one. They looking for a happy meal. Mm-hmm. Toy included. And anytime they want to play that toy, guess what? All they gotta do is take that toy off the shelf and just play with it. And then they put it right back up there. And like I said, most women, so I'm saying the ones who are community pussy, they will keep themselves available to them because guess what? That's all they feel like they are worth. Some of them feel like that's all they are worth. It's just that. And some men, like I said, they want to be community dick. They feel like that's all they want. They like I said, they don't want the headache because most women they be trying to be a headache instead of add on to that man's life by doing, by treating them good, doing things, even the little things that count. Instead of subtracting and making his life worse. See, they trying to be like Burger King and McDonald's. They trying to be like Burger King by having it your way and them being like McDonald's.
Yeah, it's not Burger King, ladies. You cannot always have it your way. Said what I was about to say. Yeah, it's not Burger King, ladies. Yeah, you can't always have it your way. Trust me.
It shows like McDonald's though.
Some of you ladies, y'all need to start humbling yourself. Y'all need to start humbling yourself. Y'all need to get up off that high pedestal. I don't know who put y'all up there on that high pedestal to make you feel like you better than a man. You not better than a man. And like I said, but you want to be everything be equal. Y'all want equality. When like I said, half the shit that men can do, women cannot do. I'm trying to tell you.
Go to the bathroom quick. Let's go hook up. Dudes will pretty much drop whatever they're doing. But when it comes down time to a man committing his time, his attention, his resources, having you meet the family, taking the next step above that friends benefits or casual situation, dudes are really cautious. I'm telling you. A lot of dudes will smash a hole in the wall or a tree. If you see a lot of dudes that's having sex with a certain type of woman and she's trash looking and she ain't all that, trust me, that's all she's really getting. It's just meat, pipe, that's it. Dudes are not trying to actually commit to women because they know commitment means, listen, this is going to be a lot of sacrifice.
Yep.
right? I can't really go over here. I can't really do this. I can't really be free. So committing to you women, that's like another full-time job. And so many women just don't appreciate when they have a good thing. And that man not.
So women, always show a man appreciation. Always acknowledge every effort that he does, everything that he puts in. It goes a long way. I'm telling you this.
I be making 6 figures or something like that. He might be making 60, 70, 80,000 a year. But all these women want the bigger fish. But here's the thing, ladies. You wanted that guy who makes 150, 200,000 a year. Let me tell you something. He has tons of options. And I promise you, most dudes that...
I'm saying. But if it goes both ways, like between couples in nerdology, it's math. You're supposed to and add to a life, not subtract, multiply, not divide, because what you put together is going to be your, what are you saying? Your outcome. Exactly. Well said.
That make that amount of money, they're not trying to settle down. Now, there's a small percentage, but most dudes are like, man, I've made something of myself. I've done this, I've done that. I've taken the right path, and I'm at the apex of my life. Why would I want to settle down with a little old you? What are you going to bring to my life that's going to significantly make it better than it already is?
Yes.
This is how most men think who can get a lot of women and who are successful in life. They're not trying to really settle down with one little boring little female. They're trying to live life to the fullest. Trust me, I know a lot of these guys.
It's just like my mom said to my brothers. Be ready. Sow all your oats. It's an old saying. Sow all your oats. Like, do whatever it is that you want to go out there and do. But when it's time to settle, when you know you ready to settle, then you settle. Don't be sitting there playing games. Be on it. But it's like some people do it at a certain time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some men, they have what do you call it? What they have they really start thinking about their life at a certain age. And they look back and like, okay, what have I accomplished? You know, women do it too. But for men, when they sit there and say, what have I accomplished? You know what I'm saying? They probably do it at the age of either 25 or 30. And for some, they want to go ahead and start settling at 30. And by the time they're 30, they already settle in their ways. You know what I'm saying? Some know already what they want in a woman. You know what I mean? But they were playing while they were in their 20s, their early 20s, because, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the time to play for some of them. You know what I mean? But when you get your 30s, you either, like I said, you're going to know what you want and you're going to try to go get it, or like what, you're just going to be single for the rest of your life, correct?
And I'm telling you right now, if you want that guy who's top tier to commit to you, you're going to have to separate yourself from all those other women. And I'm not just talking about bedroom action. You're going to have to be submissive, cooperative, fit, friendly, sex, sandwiches, silence. You're going to have to do all these different things, because if you don't, you're just going to be another chick who's going to be smashing, pumping and dumping and running through. The grass is not always greener. A lot of you guys, these females, they just don't realize that until they start to get of age. 1 year passes, 2 year passes, 3 years. Like, man, I'm still.
You heard that? When they start to get of age. Like when women start getting off in their 30s and stuff like that, they like, damn, I'm still single. I don't even have nobody. You know what I'm saying? Where's my life going? You know what I mean? Even those that be saying, oh, I'm glad I'm single. No. When they actually really want someone. You know what I'm saying? But they not going to tell the whole doggone world. They just try to tough that shit out. You know what I mean? But they go, as women go of age, their value goes down. You know what I'm saying? Their attractiveness and everything that made them feel sexy and all that kind of stuff, they say, goes down. And then they be out here, like I said, when they finally want to go out here and start dating and find their Prince Charming or whatever, it's harder.
Still in these dating apps? Man, I shouldn't have left my previous situation. Then they try to go back and say, hey, Hey, it's me. I've had women text me out of the blue, that tried to ghost me or, just distance themselves, which is cool. Every woman, everybody has the right to do whatever they want. And they try to hit me back up. Hey, what's up? They see me doing good on YouTube and everything. They start putting those numbers together. They're like, man, Darius, he really elevated his life. He's really moved on. Let me see if we can, hang out again. Let me throw it at him now. By that time, it's like, what's the point of me having you? Never go back to a woman who's left you guys. Never do it. Because she thought, for some reason, that she could do better than you. She was probably bored, probably whatever the issue is.
And that's true what he's saying. And like my mom always said, when it comes down to a guy, he say, when you leave him, do not go back, because he like what he did not do to you, he make sure he do to you the next time.
It goes both ways.
Both ways. Yeah.
If it didn't work out, leave.
It's just like leaving an abusive relationship and then coming back to it. What he did not do to you, he'll make sure he do to you, the next time he gets with you. And he'll throw it in your face. And this is from a person who has experienced that, okay? Been in an abusive relationship and then got out of it. I wanted to go back in because, I could acknowledge that, and that was my fault. Because I went back into that. Because we all have a choice. I made bad choices back then. You know what I mean?
Well, the same thing goes for the monkey and the stove. The monkey goes. The monkey first is coming up to the stove and have never seen a stove in his life. He messes around with the knobs and touch one of the eyes. It burns him. He say, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Yeah,
it's the same. It's
like getting bit by a snake. You know it's a snake, and it bites you, and then you're like, I'm about to go back again and hold my hand out to get that snake, knowing it's gonna bite you again. It's the same thing when it comes down to going back to. I don't call Exodus. I call them examples of what not to do, or examples of of things not to do. You know what I mean, or to teach you what not to do in life. You know what I mean. So they're not X's. They're it's examples, and and you should kind of thank them for it. For teaching you the things you can accept and not accept. But my thing is this, and this is you women, and you men too. When you leave a relationship and then y'all someone say, "Oh, I want to be single for the rest of my life," at that point you have gave everyone that has ever done you wrong power over your life for you not to be happy with that one that you know you belong to.
Let her leave, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's hard to get a guy like you that's going to care about her. It's easy to get sex. Just think about it. If you really were that desperate, you just pay, go out there and pay for it. Can a woman pay a guy to commit to her and want to be with her and care about her and provide for her and protect her and deal with the in-laws? You think she can just get a guy like that? Now, mind you, it has to be the guy that they really want. Because, these women got a whole bunch of thirsty simps in their comment section, and most of these dudes just want to smash too. Even simps don't care about women. They care about them up to the extent of having sex, that once they blow their load, once they climax, once those dudes have a release, trust me, simps are wake right back up too. So it's hard for a woman to get a man who really wants to be with them. Yeah, they got a lot of dudes who want to smash, but as far as actually like marrying them or actually taking them real serious, it's slim to none. That's why you see so many women out here singing alone. Why do you think that, guys?
Yep.
You think it's a lack of sexual options? No. It's a lack of options where men want to actually be with them. Dudes are not trying to commit, especially in this modern day and age where sex is like pretty much easy to get. Listen, you women have to wow a certain guy. You have to say, that guy say, man, I'm gonna get out of the game. I'm gonna get out of this player lifestyle, this hookup culture thing, and I'm just gonna be with you. Because he knows that, man, I'm getting up on my options. Especially if he's an attractive dude. Listen, if a guy's an attractive man and he can, have a decent amount of consistent sex with different women, listen, ladies, you're going to have to show that man, hey, I can do this. You're going to have to get out the field like that.
Because men are tired of the same thing, just like women are. They're tired of the same thing. That's why I tell women, get off your high horse. Get off of it. Just get off your high horse, because guess what? And then to keep it real, we need men as much as men need us. You know what I'm saying? And that's the hard pill to swallow for some people. Just for them to hear that need. Yes, you need that person beside you. Okay? Women, we cannot do everything alone.
Or worst comes to worst, what a lot of women don't want to do, you're going to have to share that man. And that's a whole nother chapter. You're going to have to say, you know what? This guy's good looking. He's tall. He's attractive. He's successful. He's driven.
I don't believe that.
He's at the top of his game. There's not a lot of guys like him. I'm going to have to share him. I know he wants other women. I have to bring my... You're going to have to do that. And a lot of women are doing this low-key.
Now, on that point, I don't believe in that. Now, that's something Fresh and Fit said, and who else? And Kevin said, didn't it? Yeah, I think he said that too. For men who are, what do you call it? High status men or whatever. Women gonna have to share them because, you know what I'm saying, they can go out there and just be with anybody type thing. Like I said, he sound like them, like he got that script off. So I'm not gonna listen to that. Sorry, guys.
Be with a guy who I have to share than to be with a loyal babe. No remorse for women, as you can see in the. They do better. Even married women who think that I'm gonna leave my husband, I'm gonna get back out here. There's so many options. Options for sex. Listen, UPS, United States Pipe Service, and this is what these dudes are trying to give you. They're not trying to give you that stable home. They're not trying to do any of that. And you women think you're gonna go out there and do better? You might find a better looking guy that's gonna have sex with you, but it's that better looking guy trying to hold your hand and go to the mall, trying to hold your hand and go out in public and do these different things. Most dudes, listen, they listen. My brew used to be, if you ain't coming over at night, then I don't care about you. I don't want to see you out and about in public. Listen, if you see me, listen, we in passing, but I hit you up, you hit me up if you're trying to have some fun. That's it.
I guess that is it. So I guess we'll stop it from here, guys. Thank you for watching. This has been your girl Harley Sapphire and
some random guy named Justin Made Z21. Yay!
Have a good night, guys. So crazy.